This hadith is a warning against simply spreading information without verifying it. And this is a principle we see in the Quran and in the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. And how easy has it become in the times that we're living in today for information to spread without it being verified? How many times people will make tweets, posts, will spread things on WhatsApp, people will fabricate videos, will cut videos out and make a whole story about a person, and it will be spread around and people will believe it. There's so many times I've personally seen where a 1 minute clip or a 2 minute clip will be spread around, and you will be convinced this person is a'udhu billah, Allahu musta'an, look at what they're saying. But when you actually search and actually do your homework and find out what the real story is, and you see the full video, you'll find out that the whole thing is fabricated. They might have cut clips from a different place, from different parts, and put it together, and they just edited the whole thing, and the person was actually saying something that is correct, but because people wanted to shame them or whatever it might be, and fabricate and make a lie about them, they completely fabricate a video about them, and everybody's spreading it. People don't even verify. They get a video message on their phone, they watch it, a'udhu billah, they spread it to a group they're in, 100 people. The other one spreads it again. No verification, nothing. That's not the way the Muslim is supposed to be, right? Especially when it comes to talking about people now, right? And it's dealing with people's honor and people's status and people's reputation. You can't simply just spread the rumor and keep it going. That's what society pushes, right? We live in this tabloid society where it's all about exposing people and, did you hear what happened to so and so? Did you hear what happened to this individual, this athlete, this celebrity, this politician, this person in the community? And people are just spreading it without no verification, right? That happens online. That happens in person. Somebody comes to you and they tell you something in confidence, in private, between you and them, and then the person goes to another person and says, "Ya akhi, I have something to tell you, but it's a secret thing. Keep it between us." You've already told the person. How do you know this person is going to hold on to it? You couldn't even hold on to it yourself.
You studied your history, and you did not take over this country by singing "We Shall Overcome." You did not gain control of the world like you have it now by dealing fairly with a man and keeping your word. You're treaty breakers, you're liars, you're thieves, you rape entire continents and races of people. Then you wonder why these very people don't have any confidence or trust in you. Your religion means nothing. Your law is a farce, and we see it every day. You demonstrated it in Alabama, and I can say you because you're part of the whole system. You profit from it. In fact, you make your living from it. You couldn't walk around and talk to people, stand up in your pulpit on Sunday and preach nice little songs and say, "Now we're going to give thanks to the Lord for he is good and old Jesus be among us." As far as we're concerned, your Jesus is contaminated, just like everything else you tried to force upon us is contaminated. So you can have him. And here's what I'll say. I wish you would follow Jesus like we followed him. Because if you did that, then we'd be in charge tomorrow.
This is the sacrifice, ya ikhwan, that we need to inspire our young children. As the jails are filling up with Muslims because our youth aren't inspired with the dawah that's coming out of the masjids. And they're more inspired by the hip-hop artists and the basketball players and the gangster movies people. That's the reality, ya ikhwan. Our youth are inspired not by us, but by somebody else because our dawah is weak, ya ikhwan. If that's not the case, ya ikhwan, go look in the jail and see the condition of the Muslim.
Salaam Alaikum. Mr. Moderator, our distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, our friends and our enemies.
Bismillah wa salatu wa salam Rasulullah wa ba'd. In the name of Allah, and may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon his last and final messenger. As to what follows, family, friends, foes, haters, and hateettes, welcome back to the Feachaz. I greet you all in peace and love with no hatred in my heart. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So before we begin, please like, please subscribe, and please share. As you know, we got a lot of haters up in here. So let me just fix this up here. I apologize. Press number 1 if y'all can hear me okay. Press number 1 if y'all can hear me. Hit the number one if you can hear me. We got breaking news today, right? And as we mentioned before, we weren't going to talk about Andrew Tate until something happened, because we already did like maybe 2 or 3 videos about Andrew Tate. So we have some news about Andrew Tate. It just came out, and I wanted to cover this before everybody starts breaking their fast. So like, subscribe, share, hit me up on Patreon. Let's get directly into it. Let me just pull this up here. Are y'all hearing me okay? Hit number one if you can hear me. One second, y'all. So, divisive influencer Andrew Tate and brother to be released from detention in Romania. This is from NBC News. Let me get a different article here. Let me see that. Can I continue? Continue to cite. I don't know if I can continue. Let's go here. I think I can continue. There we go. All right. Okay, a spokesperson for social media personality Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan confirmed Friday that the brothers will be released from detention in Romania after taken into custody on December 29th, 2022. Tate and his brother are both facing allegations of sexual assault, human trafficking. Neither Tate or his alleged co-conspirators have been formally charged. Now, we said way back, if you can recall, that we were talking about these charges, and we said that we haven't taken a position whether he's innocent or guilty, and that's still my position, right? I don't know if he's innocent. I don't know if he's guilty. But I did say that if the evidence is based on what we are seeing online, then these guys are not going to be in, the charges are not going to stick. The charges are not going to stick. That's what we said. And we also said that way back that it's more likely that they want the Tate brothers on. It's more likely that they want the Tate brothers on, tax evasion or some other charges like money laundering or racketeering, something like that. It's more likely that that's the case because the allegations that they have against them is not matching what they have in terms of evidence, or at least what they were releasing, right? And they have not been formally charged with anything, right? So a spokesperson for the brothers said that they will be released on house arrest. The conditions of their release were not immediately clear. The pair were arrested along with 2 Romanian women in Bucharest on sex trafficking and other allegations. On January, Romanian authorities seized 3.9 million worth of luxury cars and assets from a compound near Bucharest as a part of the investigation into Tate. In February, Tate lost an appeal against the judge's decision to extend his detention for a 3rd time. Ramona Bola, the spokesperson for Romania's anti-organized crime agency, it looks like DICOT, said, DICOT claimed that it had identified 6 victims in the case who were allegedly subjected to acts of physical violence and mental coercion and sexually exploited by members of the alleged crime group. And we said way back that we don't know if he's guilty. We don't take no guilt, no innocent position. We don't take no these strong positions. We got to wait for the evidence. But if the evidence is as presented to the public, then for these specific charges, then it's really weak. It's flimsy. That's we put it lightly. And there has to be more to this story. And however, they are now under a house arrest, and we're gonna just continue reading this, and then we're gonna get into how some predictions and whatnot. But we basically called this. We said, like, you look, man, like these charges, they can't stick the way that they are. It's not possible, right? And we hope that they got some more other than what they released it, right? So, anyways, let's keep going. Let's keep reading here. Tate, a former professional kickboxer, has reportedly lived in Romania since 2017, was previously banned from various prominent social media platforms. A spokesperson for Meta, which owns the Instagram and Facebook, said the company removed Tate's official accounts on social media platforms for violating the company's policy on dangerous organizations and individuals. TikTok said it banned Tate after an investigation. Misogyny is a hateful ideology that's not tolerated on TikTok, the TikTok spokesperson said in August 2022. Our investigation into this content is ongoing as we continue to remove violative accounts and videos and pursue measures to strengthen our enforcement, including our detection models against this type of content. Tate has been reinstated on Twitter, where he has continued to update his followers on his attention. Early Friday, Tate sent a strange tweet, which read in part, "When a peon's father tries to pass down ancient wisdom, the peon ignores him to foster independent thoughts. The independent thoughts they heard on television." Okay. I think that's the end of the article. Looks like, yeah. But anyways, that's the gist of it. So Tate, now he's been released. He's under house arrest. We still think, not we, but I still think that this whole thing may have been politically motivated because of his little spat with Greta Thunberg, and that was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back. He's in a. This is my personal opinion, because he's in some other people's country, talking about, if he gets arrested, he's going to go in jail and pay off the guards and pay off the police and all this kind of stuff. You're in somebody else's country talking all that nonsense, right? And he openly said that he went to Romania specifically for the lax laws for his business, which is his online webcam business, So, and on top of that, he has numerous videos and things of this nature where he's essentially self-snitching, on his business and his business model, right? So the self-snitching, though, it was more pertaining to his tax evasion, which he openly, he laid down the blueprint for his tax evasion. He wasn't shy about it. And his his involvement with a criminal element, right? So that's what I thought, anyways. That's the whole thing is about. I thought, he probably angered the wrong people for the last time, and that's why they went after him. I didn't think that what they had in terms of, the grape charges or the human trafficking charges was enough, even though there could be an argument for fraud with the human trafficking there from his own self-snitching. But the fact that it didn't lay charges on him just tells me that they wanted to, send him a message. The people that he's angering, okay? Which is not the Matrix, by the way. It is not the Matrix. The Matrix, he'd still be in jail, okay? And they would have laid some charges. You know what I mean? He's just, angering the wrong people. So I'm just saying. I'm just speculating. But am I really surprised? Not really. I'm not surprised that they put him under house arrest and they released him from prison. According to Romanian law, from what I understand, they can hold you arbitrarily for up to 6 months, right? And the prosecutors can apply to the courts to keep you in detention for up to 6 months. And Andrew Tate, he made himself look like a flight risk because, he bragged about the many passports that he has, but at the end of the day, he is now released from prison, okay, and under house arrest. And I don't know, because there's not really much to say about this particular topic, but I just wanted to share this because, hey, it's breaking news, okay? And I wanted to share this with y'all. Like, subscribe, share, hit me up on Patreon. Subhanallah, we hunting, but share the end. We'll stop for a couple of 2 minutes.